Hi students, so welcome to the objective classes of your second PUC. Students, already we discussed all the chapters in your second PUC in regular classes, but in this crash course we are going to discuss additional problems in each and every chapter. That is nothing but the questions which are not there in your material, that questions we will discuss. Why? Because already what are the questions we discuss in regular classes, that questions from your objective material. That's why now I am explaining additional questions, okay, from other textbooks, from other objective textbooks. Okay, now matrices second class already we completed yesterday. Matrices first session and few previous year KCET level questions we already completed. Now in this video we will discuss some additional questions which are not there in your objective material. That questions we will discuss. Now see the first question. If omega is a complex cube root of unity and matrix A is given, then we need to find a power 50. A power 50, because we can't find a power 50, we will find a square first. From the a square we can discuss a power 50. So how to find a square? A square we can write A into A. A matrix already we know, that is omega 0 0 omega into same matrix omega 0 0 omega. This is A square. Then A square equals to, you apply the matrix multiplication, row into column, omega into omega, omega square, 0 into 0 0, omega into 0 0, 0 into omega 0, 0 into omega 0, omega into 0 0, then 0 into 0 0, omega into omega, omega square. This is the value of A square. But in question they given we need to find the value of a power 50. This a power 50 I can write like this: a power 50 is equal to a power 48 into a square. Okay, a power 48 into a square we can write. Again this a power 48 I can write a square, or you can find a cube also directly. For this question I can find a cube. The next step is I am finding a cube value. A cube, how to find? A cube is equal to a square into a. A square already we got omega square 0 0 omega square, and A matrix already we know omega 0 0 omega. If you apply matrix multiplication concept, then what will get? Omega cube 0 0 omega cube. But in question they given omega is complex cube root of unity. If omega is complex cube root of unity, then we know the value of omega cube. That value is 1. That is nothing but 1 0 0 1. 1 0 0 1 is which matrix? Identity matrix. Therefore the answer is I. This is value of a cube. But in question we need to find the value of a power 50. How to find a power 50? A power 50 can be written as a power 48 into a square. A power 48 we can write a cube whole power 316 into a square, because 316 is 48. A cube value is what? I power 16 is again a identity matrix into a square. I into a square, again a square will get a square matrix. Already we know that is omega square 0 0 omega square. Now if you take one omega common in this, then omega 0 0 omega 0 0 omega, that is nothing but which matrix? The given matrix A, that equals to answer is omega into A, that is a final answer, that is nothing but option B is a correct answer for this question number 1. Next, we will discuss the second question. What is the second question? If A is a symmetric matrix and n belongs to natural number, then A power n is which matrix? What is the condition for symmetric matrix? A dash is equal to A. This is the condition for symmetric matrix. So you can take any example of symmetric matrix. That's why I am taking the matrix is A equals to 2 0 0 2. This is symmetric matrix. Okay, now I am finding A square for this, that is nothing but A into A, that is 2 0 0 2, again 2 0 0 2. If you apply matrix multiplication, then what you will get? 4 0 0 4. But this 4 0 0 4 is again which matrix? Symmetric. Now you can find A cube, that is nothing but A square into A. A square value just now we got 4 0 0 4 into A matrix 2 0 0 2. If you apply the matrix multiplication principle, then we will get answer 8 0 0 8. This 8 0 0 8 is what? Symmetric matrix. Like that we can find A power 4, A power 5, A power 6, and last and so on. We are finding A power n. This is also a symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix, that is nothing but option A is a correct answer for this question number 2. Next, so we will discuss third question. See, third question. In this third question, a matrix is given, that is idempotent matrix. What is meant by idempotent matrix? Idempotent matrix, that is nothing but, that is the condition is, if a square matrix it is said to be idempotent, then condition is A square is equal to A. This is condition for idempotent matrix. This is a condition for idempotent matrix. So in question they mentioned it is idempotent matrix. We need to find the value of x. A matrix is given, then I am finding A square. A square I can write A into A, that is nothing but 2 minus 2 minus 4 minus 1 3 4 1 minus 2 x into, again same matrix, 2 minus 2 minus 4 minus 1 3 4 1 minus 2 x. That equals to, what is right side matrix? A, that is nothing but 2 minus 2 minus 4 minus 1 3 4 1 minus 2 x. No need to do the complete multiplication because we required value x. That's why I am doing the multiplication of third row. Why I am taking third row? Because we required x. Now I am taking first column. Third row, first column means what is the amount here? That amount is 1. Now if you multiply third row with first column, 1 into 2, 2, minus 2 into minus 1, that is plus 2, x into 1, x, that is equal to 1. 1 into 2 plus minus 2 into minus 1, 2 plus x into 1, 1 equals to third row first element is what? 1. Then here what will get? X plus 4 is equal to 1. Then we can write x is equal to minus 3. That is the answer for this question number 3. That is nothing but option C is the correct answer. The condition for idempotent matrix is A square is equal to A. Okay. Next, we will discuss fourth question. In fourth question, A matrix is given and f of x is given. We need to find f of A. Okay. How to find f of A? F of A is equal to, in matrix, in place of 1, we are taking identity, that is I plus A by I minus A. Okay, in place of 1 we are taking the identity, in place of x we need to substitute A, that is f of A. This can be written as I plus A into this I minus A go to numerator, we can write I minus A whole inverse. Again it is inverse means it is which topic? Determinants topic. So we need to find these two value. First I am finding I plus A. I is identity matrix of order 2, 1 0 0 1 plus A matrix is 1 2 2 1. If you add these two matrices, we will get answer 2 2 2 2. Okay, this is I plus A. Next we need to find I minus A whole inverse. I minus A, what will get? We need to subtract these two. After subtracting we get 1 minus 1 0, 0 minus 2 minus 2, 0 minus 2 minus 2, 1 minus 1 0. This is I minus A. Next I am finding I minus A whole inverse. What is the formula for A inverse? A inverse formula is adjoint A by det A. This is a formula for inverse. So I am applying here concept. I am finding adjoint of I minus A. How to find adjoint of 2 by 2 matrix? We need to interchange the diagonal elements and we need to change the symbol of the non-diagonal elements. So here what are the diagonal elements? 0 and 0. If you interchange, again 0 and 0 will come. What are the non-diagonal elements? Minus 2 minus 2. We need to change the symbol, that's why plus 2 plus 2. This is adjoint of the 2 by 2 matrix. Next I am finding det of I minus A. 0 into 0 0 minus 2 2 just 4. Now det is minus 4. Okay, then I am finding I minus A whole inverse. According to the inverse formula, we can write adjoint by det. Adjoint we got 0 2 2 0. Det we got minus 4. If you divide, then 1 by minus 4 into 0 2 2 0. This is I minus A whole inverse. Next I am finding f of A. What is f of A from this step? I plus A into I minus A whole inverse. I plus A value we got already, that is 2 2 2 2, that is 2 2 2 2, and I minus A whole inverse we got 1 by minus 4 into 0 2 2 0. If you write 1 by minus 4 is constant, minus 1 by 4 into, if you multiply these two matrices, then what will have 2 into 0 0 plus 2 2 just 4, 2 into 2 4 plus 0, 2 into 0 0 plus 2 2 just 4. Next 2 into 2 4 will get. Then each and every element is divided with by minus 4, then we will get answer minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. That is a final answer. That is nothing but option A is the correct answer for this question number 4. Okay, that is the value. Next, question. X is given, we need to find the value of x power n. So if you want to find x power n, first we need to find x square, x cube. Based on that, if you apply principle of mathematical induction, we'll get the value of x power 4. Okay, see the solution. First I am finding x square. X square is nothing but x into x. X matrix is already we know 3 minus 4 1 minus 1 into 3 minus 4 1 minus 1. If you apply matrix multiplication, 3 3 is 9, 9 minus 4 5. 3 into minus 4 minus 12 plus 4, that is minus 8. Minus 12 plus 4. Next 1 into 3, 3 minus 1, that is 2. Next 1 into minus 4, minus 4 plus 1, that is minus 3. This is the value of x square. Next I am finding the value of x cube. That can be written as x square into x. X square already we got 5 minus 8 2 minus 3, and x matrix is given 3 minus 4 1 minus 1. Again you apply the matrix multiplication principle. 5 3 is 15, minus 8 into 1 minus 8, 15 minus 8, that is 7. Next 5 into minus 4 minus 20 plus 8, that is minus 12. Then 2 into 3 6, 6 minus 3, that is 3. 2 into minus 4 minus 8 plus 3, that is minus 5. This is the value of x cube. From these two we can write x square. I can write x square. I can write here value is 5. Okay, this I can write 5 is a value, it can be written as 2n plus 1. Why? Because here n value is what? 2. 2 2 just 4, 4 plus 1 5, and minus 8 I can write minus 4n, because n value 2, minus 4 into 2 minus 8, and this 2 I can write n, and here minus 3 can be written as 1 minus 2n, because n value 2, 2 2 just 4, 1 minus 4 minus 3. Similarly it is also can be written as 7. I can write 2n plus 1, because n value is 3, 2 3 just 6 plus 1 7. Now minus 4n, 4 3 just 12, and n equals to 3, 1 minus 2n. This is satisfying for x square and x cube. So therefore the final answer x power n I can write 2n plus 1 minus 4n, n 1 minus 2n. This is not in the first option, second option, third option. Therefore none of these is a answer for question number 5. Next we will discuss question number 6. See the question number 6. A square matrix P satisfying the condition P square is equal to I minus P and P power n is equal to 5i minus 8p. Then we need to find the value of n. The simple question. Listen the solution. First P square is given. Next I am finding P cube. P cube I can write P into P square, that equals to P into P square value we know I minus P, that equals to P into I P minus P into P P square, that equals to P minus P square value already we know, that is I minus P. If you simplify, then 2P minus I, that is answer for P cube. Next I am finding P power 4. This can be written as P into P cube, that equals to P into P cube value just now we got, that is 2P minus I. Now simplify P into 2P, 2P square minus P into I P. Again P square value we know, that is I minus P, then substitute 2 into I minus P minus p. Then 2i minus 3p. This is the value of p power 4. Next I am finding p power 5. It can be written as p into p power 4. That equals to p into p power 4. Just now we got, that is 2i minus 3p. If you simplify p into 2i, that is 2p, minus p into 3p, 3p square. But p square value already we know. What is the p square value? I minus p. Then substitute and simplify. Then we will get 5p minus 3i. This is the value of p power 5. But we required 5i minus 8p. That's why I am finding p power 6. It can be written as p into p power 5. That equals to p into p power 5 value. Just now we got 5p minus 3i. Simplify p into 5p, 5p square minus p into 3i, 3p. P square value we know, that is I minus p minus 3p. If you simplify, then we will get 5i minus 8p. This is a value of p power 6. But we also required 5i minus 8p. So for p power, how much we got this answer? If p power 6 is equal to, we got 5i minus 8p. Therefore n is equal to 6 is the answer for this question. That is option C is the correct answer for this question number 6. Next we will discuss 7th question. See the 7th question. If A and B are 3 by 3 matrices and A, B is equal to null matrix, that is nothing but O, then implies which of the condition? See here, solution. Given condition is the product of two matrices is equal to null matrix. If the product of two matrices is null matrix, means I will give simple example. I am taking A is 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 and B is null matrix 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. In this case, the product will be again null matrix only. Okay? Or if you take A value is 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 and B matrix is 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, or you can take 2 3 something, whatever it may be, any matrix. In this case also the product will be 0. From these two cases, what we observed? Either B matrix 0 or A matrix 0. If the matrix is 0, its determinants also 0. So from this step we can time det B is 0. Here we can write det A is 0. Means the product is null matrix, means either det A equals to 0 or det B equals to 0. That is nothing but option C is the correct answer for this question number 7. Next we will discuss question number 8. See what is question number 8? If A is a skew symmetric matrix of order 3, then A cube. Okay. What is condition for skew symmetric matrix? What is the condition for skew symmetric matrix? A dash is equal to minus A. This is condition for skew symmetric matrix. A dash is equal to minus A is condition for skew symmetric matrix. Now from this condition we need to find A cube is which type of matrix. A cube is which type of matrix, means A cube I can write A into A into A. So from this step I can write A is equal to minus A dash. If you multiply both sides with minus, you will get this condition. But in question they asked A cube. A cube I can write A into A. In place of A I can write minus A dash minus A dash minus A dash. Minus into minus into minus, again minus. A dash into A dash into A dash whole cube. From this, A cube is equal to minus of A dash whole cube, we can write A cube whole dash, because this is a formula. A dash whole cube, we can write A cube whole dash. Then finally, in this condition, we got, if you multiply both sides with minus, minus A cube is equal to A cube whole dash. This is a condition we got. In this condition, minus symbol is there. That's why this can be considered as a skew symmetric matrix. So from this, A cube is skew symmetric matrix. A cube is skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric is nothing but option A is the correct answer for this question number 8. Next, we will discuss question number 9. That is, f of x is given x square minus 5x, and A matrix is given that is 3 1 minus 1 2. Then we need to find the value of f of A. Okay, listen. In place of x, we need to substitute the matrix A. Then f of A can be written as A square minus 5A. This is equation 1. So first I am finding A square matrix. It can be written as A into A. A matrix is 3 1 minus 1 2 into same matrix 3 1 minus 1 2. If you apply the matrix multiplication concept, 3 3 is 9, 9 minus 1 8 will get. Next, 3 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 5 will get. Minus 1 into 3 minus 3, 2 into minus 1 minus 2, then minus 5 will get. Minus 1 into 1 minus 1, 2 2 just 4, 4 minus 1 3 will get. This is A square. Okay, substitute these values in equation 1. Then f of A equals to, what is equation 1? A square minus 5A. A square just now we got, what is that? 8 5 minus 5 3 minus, what is here? 5A. 5A means the matrix A is multiplied by a scalar 5. 5 into this total matrix, 5 3 is 15, 5 1 is 5, 5 minus 1 is minus 5, 5 2 is 10. If you apply subtraction, then f of A is equal to 8 minus 15 minus 7, 5 minus 5 0, minus 5 plus 5 0, 3 minus 10 minus 7. Therefore the final answer is minus 7 0 0 minus 7. That is the answer. That is nothing but option A is a correct answer for this question number 9. Okay, next we will discuss another question. If A of theta is equal to 1 tan theta minus tan theta 1 and AB equals to I, then secant square theta into B. This is a combination of matrices and determinants, both chapters involved. So see the solution. They given the condition AB is equal to I. From this we can send A this side, B is equal to, if A go to that side, A inverse into I. A inverse into I can be written as A inverse. So the matrix B is nothing but A inverse. We need to find A inverse. How to find A inverse? That implies B equals to A inverse formula, adjoint of A by det A. First I am finding adjoint of A. How to find adjoint of 2 by 2 matrix? Simple. We need to interchange the diagonal elements. And the remaining two elements we need to change the symbol. Here plus tan theta is there, you write minus tan theta. Here minus tan theta is there, you write plus tan theta. This is adjoint A. Next I am finding det A. How to find det A? First we need to multiply this 1 into 1 minus half this minus plus tan into tan square theta. 1 plus tan square theta is nothing but secant square theta. Okay, now B matrix is nothing but, what is a B matrix? Adjoint A by det A. Adjoint A is 1 minus tan theta 1 by det A. Already we got secant square theta. Cross multiply secant square theta into B, we got secant square theta into B, that equals to final answer 1 minus tan theta 1. This can be written as f of A of minus theta. Why minus theta? Because here plus tan is there, but here we got minus tan. Here minus tan is there, but we got plus tan. It is not A of theta, it is A of minus theta. A of minus theta, that is nothing but option C is a correct answer for this question number 10. Okay, next we will discuss question number 11. So what is question number 11? In question number 11, E of theta is given cos theta sin theta minus sin theta cos theta. Then we need to find E of alpha into E of beta value we need to find. Okay, listen, solution. How to find E of alpha into E of beta? E of alpha into E of beta. This model question is there in PU. Simple. E of alpha means in place of theta you substitute alpha. E of beta means in place of theta we substitute beta. Then cos alpha, sin alpha, minus sin alpha, cos alpha. E of beta means cos beta, sin beta, minus sin beta, cos beta. If you apply matrix multiplication concept, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, this can be written as cos of A plus B. Next, sin A cos B plus cos A sin B will get sin of A plus B. It is there in PU. Next, minus sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. If you take minus common, it also can be written as sin A cos B. Sorry, it is sin of A plus B. Next, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, it can be written as cos of A plus B. Here theta is there, we can write E of theta. Alpha is there, E of alpha. Beta is there, E of beta. But here what is there? Alpha plus beta is there. It can be written as E of alpha plus beta. That is the answer. That is nothing but option C is the correct answer for this question number 11. Next, we will discuss question number 12. This question number 12 is important question. It is already asked in JEE also. So we will discuss question number 12. In question number 12, P matrix is given, A matrix is given, and Q is equal to P into A into P transpose. Then we need to find the value of P transpose into Q power 2005 into P. Okay, so listen, how to find. First of all, we know P matrix. Then you can find P into P transpose, we will find. P matrix is what? Root 3 by 2, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, root 3 by 2. What is P transpose? Transpose means by interchanging rows and columns, then we can write root 3 by 2, minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2, root 3 by 2. If you apply this, then we will get the multiplication is nothing but 1 0 0 1. 1 0 0 1 is nothing but which matrix? Identity matrix. So finally we got P into P transpose value is identity matrix. Next I am finding Q square value. Q square value is Q into Q. What is Q? P A P transpose into P A P transpose. From this you can write P A P transpose value is A into I. P A P transpose value is A into I. A into I is nothing but A. A into I is nothing but A. Then A into A, we got answer A square. Similarly, if you find Q cube, okay, then it has nothing but Q square into Q. Q square is nothing but A square. Okay, if you apply the same concept Q cube, you will get the answer is A cube. For Q square we got A square. For Q cube we will get the answer A cube. If you apply the principle of mathematical induction, then the value of Q power 2005 is nothing but A power 2005. Okay, A power 2005. But in question we need to find the value of P transpose into Q power 2005 into P. See, P transpose Q power 2005 into P. In place of P into P transpose, we can write identity matrix. And Q power 2005 value we got A power 2005. I into A power 2005, it is nothing but A power 2005. This is the answer. A power 2005. How to get A power 2005? We can't get directly. That's why I am finding A square, A cube. From that we can write A power 2005. Okay, first I am finding A square. A square I can write A into A. What is A matrix? 1 1 0 1. 1 1 0 1. If you apply the multiplication, then we will get A square value 1 2 0 1. Similarly, if you apply A cube, we will get the answer is 1 3 0 1. So here 1 is common in both, 0 is common in both, this 1 is common in both. Only this value is changing. For square we will get 2, for cube we will get 3. For 2005, then what will get answer? 1 2005 0 1. That is the final answer for this question. That is nothing but option A is a correct answer for this question number 12. Okay. Next, we will discuss question number 13. In this class, we are discussing only 15 questions. Okay. See, in 13th question, A matrix is given. We need to find I plus a square plus a cube plus and so on infinity. This is infinite geometric progression. In geometric progression, the sum of infinite terms formula is a by 1 minus r. But in matrices, a by in place of 1 we can write I minus r. A is a starting term and r is a common ratio. Then that is nothing but I by I minus r means the ratio of these two, that is a. That is nothing but I into I minus a go to numerator, then we can write I minus a whole inverse. Okay, inverse formula adjoint a by det a. That's why I am finding adjoint of, first I am finding I minus a. 1 0 0 1 minus a is 1 2 3 4. If you subtract, we'll get 0 minus 2 minus 3 and minus 3 will get, this is I minus a. Okay, this is I minus a. Next, but we required inverse of this. That's why I am finding first of all the adjoint of this, adjoint of I minus a. How to find adjoint of 2 by 2 matrix? Interchange the diagonal elements and change the symbols of non-diag. Here minus 2 is there, here plus 2, here minus 3 is there, plus 3. This is adjoint. And I am finding det of I minus a. How to find det formula? This product multiplied AD minus BC. 0 into anything, 0 minus 3 2 just 6, that is minus 6. Then finally we got I minus a whole inverse equals to adjoint a by det a. Then 1 by minus 6 into minus 3 2 3 0. Substitute this value in equation 1. Therefore, the sum of infinity equals to 1 by minus 6 into first value is I is nothing but as till I am right. Second value is minus 3 2 3 0. That equals to minus 1 by 6 into I into any matrix will give again the same matrix, minus 3 2 3 0. If we divide each and every value with minus 6, then we can get 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2 0. This is the answer for this question, that is nothing but option C is the correct answer for this question. Next, 14th question. In 14th question, they given a square matrix. It is orthogonal and symmetric. Then the matrix is. First of all, we need to learn what is meant by orthogonal matrix and what is meant by the symmetric matrix. Already symmetric matrix definition we know. What is symmetric matrix definition? A dash is equal to minus a, that is a definition for symmetric matrix. Sorry, a dash is equal to a, that is a definition for symmetric. This is already there in PU. Then what is meant by orthogonal matrix? Orthogonal matrix definition is A inverse is equal to A transpose. A inverse is equal to A transpose. This is a condition for orthogonal matrix. What is the condition for symmetric matrix? Already we know the condition for symmetric matrix, that is A dash is equal to A. From these two statements I can write A inverse is equal to A. I can write from these two statements, because A inverse value A dash, A value also A dash, then I can write A inverse into A. Now multiply both sides by A, that is pre-multiplication we can do. Then A into A inverse is equal to A into A. Then A into A inverse is equal to A into A square. A into A inverse is nothing but I, that equals to A square. Then finally we got the condition A square equals to I. If A square equals to I, then the matrix is called involutory matrix. If A square equals to I, then it is called involutory matrix. That is the condition. What is the condition for orthogonal matrix? A inverse is equal to A dash. And what is the condition for symmetric matrix? A dash is equal to A. From these two we can write A inverse equals to A. Pre-multiply both sides by A. Then A into A inverse equals to A into A. A into A is nothing but A square. A into A inverse equals to I. Then finally we got the condition A square is equal to I. This is condition for which matrix? Involutory matrix. That is nothing but option A is a correct answer for this question number 14. Next, the last question we can discuss, that is the matrix A is given. This is which matrix? Unitary matrix, orthogonal matrix, nilpotent matrix and involutory matrix. So first of all I am finding A square. If you got A square is 0, that is called nilpotent matrix. If you got A square value I, that is got involutory matrix. We will discuss. A square is nothing but A into A. Then 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2 into again the same matrix. 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2. If you multiply these two matrices, then what is the answer? Now if the answer is all are zeros will get. Then finally we got A square is equal to 0. A square equals to 0. A power m is equal to 0 if you got, that is nothing but which matrix? Nilpotent matrix. That is the definition. So answer, the given matrix is a nilpotent matrix. Nilpotent matrix is nothing but option C is the correct answer. So these are the questions in this session. In next session we will discuss another more different questions in this matrices chapters. Thank you.